Hey guys! So I got to see an advanced screening of Annie and I wanted to go ahead and do a review on it. So Annie has been a movie that I have loved since I was a little girl. I've even been in like a freaking play of Annie. I was in like first grade and we did like the scene where, you know, she's singing with her friend, not her friends, but, you know, her orphanage crew. And, you know, they're singing, what's that song? I forgot. I can't even. Won't you please come get your baby, maybe. That scene. We sang that song. So yeah, I've just been a fan of Annie for a really long time, so I couldn't wait to see this movie. As you guys know, it stars Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz and the little girl from that movie that won the Oscars. I think it's like Beast Wild or something. I can't pronounce her name, but she's got a gorgeous head of hair. And, you know, she stars as Annie. I thought that the movie was pretty good. I thought that the acting was pretty good. I thought that Jamie Foxx did a good job of portraying, you know, the original Daddy Warbucks. In the movie, he's called Mr. Sachs. And Cameron Diaz as Mrs. Hannigan. And to me, her acting was kind of over the top. Like, even my boyfriend was just kind of like, what in the world is going on with her and this character? But, you know, I felt kind of like she was trying a little bit too hard to be like the original Mrs. Hannigan, instead of like being a new modern Mrs. Hannigan. Because the way that the movie is made, like how, you know, Jamie Foxx did his version of Daddy Warbucks is like his own spin on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's his own spin, and he's like, okay, I'm Mr. Stacks as Daddy Warbucks. You know, like, it was like his own little thing. So it's like he did a really good job of doing it. And it's the same thing with the girl that played Annie. But Cameron Diaz, she just kind of came off as like she was trying too hard to be the original Mrs. Hannigan. And I didn't really, you know, I wasn't really into that. Her singing wasn't really all that great either. But overall, you know, all the musical songs and everything that was portrayed in the movie was really good. There were of course new versions of the songs. There were also, you know, original versions of the songs as well. You know, we had the you never fully dressed without a smile, and that was obviously remixed. We've seen it on the trailer. And then they, like I said, they had the old songs mixed in there too. They also had some new songs. Did they have some new songs? I think they had maybe like one new song, but for the most part, they were old songs that were, you know, made new or just kind of transitioned into the new version. But I thought that the movie was really dope. I thought it was good. Let me go into my little, like, I wrote some notes on my phone. So first off, in the movie, these are spoiler alerts. So if you want to be spoiled on the plot and some of the things in the movie that they did for the new modern Annie, make sure you click off right now because I'm about to get into it. I'm not going to spoil too much, but just a little, you know. So first of all, Jamie Foxx in the movie, he's running for mayor and he's down like 20 points because he ended up like spitting out his mashed potatoes on like a homeless guy. You know, he was trying to go to like a homeless shelter, help the people out so that he can raise his points for mayor. But by spitting out the potatoes, he pretty much dropped himself quite a few points. So, So he runs into Annie when he's going for a walk, because like after he spits out the potatoes, it's pretty much on like every news feed. Everyone's just kind of like, okay, you know, don't vote for Mr. Stacks, whatever. So he spits out the potatoes, he runs into Annie, and he stops a car from running over her. Annie's like in the midst of like chasing after the dog, Sandy, which we remember from the original one. And after that incident gets recorded, you know, it gets put online, and then of course his points go up quite a bit because, you know, he's helping out a little orphan girl. So Annie pretty much proclaims in this movie that she is not an orphan, but she is a foster kid. So Mr. yeah. So Mrs. Hannigan does not actually own an orphanage in this movie. She just, you know, has the foster kids staying in her house. So there's definitely some differences as far as things that were different from the older version of the movie. And I like the fact that they incorporated a lot of new modern things such as Twitter and the Instagram and stuff. They really threw that in there. They just really modernized it really nicely. I like the fact that you know, Mr. Staggs with Jamie Foxx lived in this great, beautiful house that's like extremely just pimped out, like just on 10. Talking about he's living in New York. He owns his own cellular company. You know, that's the reason why he's so rich. Yeah, I mean, it was just a good movie. I think that it's definitely family oriented. If you yourself have kids or anything like that and you are looking for a good Christmas movie or just a family movie to go see, it's something that everyone's gonna love, you know, older kids to the younger, just because a lot of us grew up on Annie and we love it. So definitely give this movie a thumbs up. Aside from Cameron Diaz acting, it is definitely a good movie to check out. Alright, so if you guys are interested in seeing the movie, go ahead and make sure you do. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Ciao! Head to toe, that matters.